I just want to see my balance." Those were the first words that slipped from the girl's cracked lips as she stepped into the grand marble hall, her clothes torn, her face smudged with days, maybe weeks, of dirt. The towering columns, polished floors, and echoing footsteps of wealthy bankers seemed to swallow her whole. People stared. Some whispered. A few laughed. But she kept moving, clutching a small, crumpled bank slip like it was the last piece of hope she had left in the world. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, in second chances, in the idea that anyone's life can change in a single moment, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Everyday Heroes. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to life. No one knew where she came from. To most people in the room, she looked like a stray child who wandered in by mistake. But she wasn't lost. She walked with determination to the counter where a well-dressed woman stared in disbelief. Behind her, two suited men chuckled, one covering his mouth as if watching an amusing scene. And at a nearby table sat a man known in the city as a financial giant, a millionaire whose name carried weight in every corner of the building. He laughed the loudest, amused by the sight of a ragged girl daring to step into his world. But the girl didn't flinch. She placed the small piece of paper on the counter and whispered that she wanted to see her balance. She said it like someone reciting the last line of a prayer. The banker hesitated, expecting nothing more than a few cents, maybe a forgotten account opened long ago. But something in the girl's eyes made her swipe the slip and pull up the information. The screen loaded slowly, and every second felt like a lifetime. The millionaire smirked, waiting for the predictable outcome. The girl stood silently, her gaze fixed on the monitor, as if she already knew something no one else did. The number appeared. Then the banker froze. Her eyes widened. Her breath caught in her throat. She wiped the screen and checked again, thinking it was a mistake. It wasn't. She turned the monitor slightly toward herself, then toward the girl again, unable to comprehend what she was seeing. Behind them, the millionaire stopped laughing. In that moment, the entire room seemed to hold its breath. The account balance was enormous, unthinkable, even for some of the wealthiest clients who walked through those doors. Enough to change a life overnight. Enough to rewrite a destiny. Enough to turn the girl from forgotten to unforgettable. The banker asked where she got the slip. The girl said it belonged to her mother, who had passed away months earlier. She had found it hidden inside a small box beneath her mother's bed, along with a note saying, "When the world feels too heavy, check here." She didn't know what it meant, only that she had no one left, nowhere to go, and that this slip might be the only thing connecting her to a future that wasn't filled with hunger and cold. The millionaire, now standing close, felt a heaviness growing in his chest. He asked the banker to confirm the account holder. She did. The girl's mother had been a quiet woman, a cleaner who worked in the same building years ago. She had never spoken much to anyone, never asked for help, never drew attention to herself. But she saved every dollar, every tip, every overtime payment. And she invested wisely. What no one knew was that the millionaire himself had once given her a small bonus after she returned an expensive watch he had misplaced. It was nothing to him. But to her, it had been the seed of everything. The girl held the counter tightly as the truth washed over her. Her mother hadn't left her with nothing. She had left her with a future, a chance, a reason to keep going. The millionaire, embarrassed by his own laughter just moments before, felt a deep guilt settling in his stomach. He looked at the girl again, not as a stray or a joke, but as someone carrying the weight of a story far heavier than anyone in the room could understand. He guided her to a seat, offering her water, calling for staff, making sure she felt safe. The entire hall watched as compassion replaced arrogance. For the first time in a long time, the millionaire felt small in the presence of someone who had endured more than he could imagine. And in the depth of her eyes, he saw strength he had never known. He asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted to make her mother proud, to learn, to grow, to become someone who could stand tall in the world. The millionaire made a promise that day, a promise to help her, not because of her newfound wealth, but because she showed him something he had forgotten long ago, humility. Her presence reminded him that every person has a story hidden beneath the surface, and that laughter without understanding can easily turn into shame. Months passed, and the girl slowly transformed. With guidance, support, and a financial foundation she never knew she had, she went to school, learned new skills, and rebuilt her life piece by piece. And the millionaire, once known for his pride, became her mentor, humbled forever by the day a quiet girl walked into his world and changed it. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Everyday Heroes. Your engagement helps us keep telling powerful, real, and emotional stories. Before you go, comment below, what would you have done if you were in that room?